Here we are again with another episode of the Doc and the King. We are doing fantastically well this year so far. So, everybody tune in and listen to our insight where we combine the injury data with the gambling analysis to make a decision on the game. Today, we're going to be talking about Thursday night's game, the Patriots against the Bills at the Patriots. Amir, well, let's go ahead and start talking about who you like in that game, based on the spread and what's happened to that spread.
Okay, yeah. So Bills are at home. They're 3.5 point favorites right now, and the over under is 43.5. But the line did open up at Bills as 5.5 point favorites,
Right.
and and then that situation, I probably would have maybe bought it up to 6 and gone with the Patriots, being a big home dog. But now that it's at 3.5, I like the Bills. Um, Maybe buying it down to 3 points, and taking the Bills.
Yeah. Yeah. So let's look at the injury data now. If you take a look at it, you like the injury data definitely supports what you're thinking in terms the Bills are going to be scoring more points. The look at the offensive skills players; they're at 8.03,
Mm-hmm.
and so Josh Allen. If you look, Josh Allen is at a 10.
Mm-hmm.
All of their wide receivers are at least at an 8 or higher. You do have a couple of injuries to the wide receiver like Jake Kumaro, but for the most part, you see Josh Allen is at a 10, Johnson's at a 10, Shakir's at a 10. I mean, they're pretty deep in the wide receiver position and the running back position too, because you got a 10 out of 10 on Hines, and Gilliam is a 10 out of 10.
Right.
And look at Stephon Diggs, man. He's healthy this year. So,
Yeah. So Diggs,
so they're
Davis, and McKenzie look healthy, and those are their
yeah,
three main receivers, right?
right. And
So
so you've got a 8.03 offensive skill. So that is the number one thing that's supporting the spread is the 8.03 offensive skills player injury data. The other things to note also is that the offensive line, even though it shows the 3.33, but the depth chart is really good from an offensive line standpoint for the Bills. And so, even though you have some injuries to the center and to the left tackle, they're
and
pretty
really
deep.
more Dion Dawkins, the left tackles.
Right.
I don't know.
Correct.
The center, Morse, is not as bad.
Correct. Deion Dawkins at a 6 out of 10, and he's scheduled from a healthy standpoint to our algorithm at 12:15 on December. So he's not playing at 100%, but they're so deep in that position. So this is kind of like a number that is probably higher, but so it may be adding to our idea that the Bills are going to cover that -3 when you buy half the point. So I think even though defensive line is pretty good for the Patriots, that kind of gets overcome by a tremendously healthy offensive skills players for the Bills.
Yes.
And that's the way we'll interpret it. And then the over under was 46 or 43. What was it?
43.5.
Yeah, and there's nothing here that pushes. Typically, you like if you're going to take the under, like offensive skills on both teams are pretty bad, with
Mm-hmm.
against a really good defensive line. That's not what we're seeing, or the opposite. The injury data is telling you to stay away from the over under.
Or like in the if you're looking at the because from the report too, from past reports, if you're looking at the over, then you want defensive secondaries,
Right. Exactly. If you're
in my
looking at the
optimal health,
over,
and they look pretty good here
right.
overall. So it's
Exactly.
tough.
So
Yeah,
it's
I'd
tough.
rather
I
stay away
wouldn't.
from that.
Yeah, there's no direction, so we stay away from it. So, all right, in summary, the Doc and the King are suggesting that you take the Bills at -3.5, but then you buy at half point. So you get that down to 3. So the Bills -3. Right, the King? Is that what we're
I
doing?
love it. I love it. I'm saying
Okay.
put the hammer on it. Put
All
the
right,
hammer on
put
it.
put the hammer on it. All right. So Bills -3, put the hammer on. All right,
Yeah.
guys. Good luck, and we will circle back for one game on Sunday that everybody should bet on. Have a good day, brother.
Thank you. Take care, bud.
All
Bye.
right.